Welcome to our first quick review. Today we're going to look at Outriders and ask the question, is it worth the price of admission? All right, so Outriders came out 1st of April. We've had plenty of time to look at the game, play it, and go through everything in-game, including classes. Now, in our quick reviews, we're not going to show a lot of gameplay, stuff like that. We're going to show a little bit of gameplay up here, some of the issues that we've seen, and we're going to just talk about the game. If you want to see gameplay, take a look at our previous streams. And there are other reviews up there if you just want to see gameplay reviews where they're playing games. But first, let's talk about the launch. So the launch was a bit of a clusterfuck, let's be honest. A lot of people not able to get in, not able to stay in, game crashing. There were a lot of issues. Now, let's be honest. With any AAA game lately, you're going to have issues the first week or so. Cyberpunk, you go back to Destiny, Destiny 2, all these games, Jesus, 76, that game, all of these things come out, they have a lot of problems. It's something, I've come to expect it, and I am not going to trip out over a game not functioning the first week the way it necessarily should. I've got plenty of other games to play. Outriders came out. It gave me problems. I moved to something else. I'd test every day. Finally, I was able to get in and play. Then we had issues trying to get on in multiplayer or join groups. And those issues, let's be honest, those issues have considerably gone down, but we still have issues getting into groups. And we're going to talk about that. But after a couple of weeks, they've done some updates. And they've made the game so it's more playable. We don't have problems logging in. We don't have as many problems altogether on the game. So, honestly, if we're going to be honest, buying a game on release date nowadays is a gamble. And it was a gamble that we lost with this game. It did not perform the way we expected it to perform. And I didn't lose my mind over it. Let's talk about gameplay. Gameplay really feels like a mix of Gears of War, which makes sense since the people that made Gears made this game, and Destiny and games of this genre. This is a looter shooter. You're in there to shoot the hell out of things and get as much loot as you can, hoping to get a good roll. The game is fun. The gameplay is predictable. There's nothing genre-breaking. Nothing super special. Now, the issue that I have is the campaign itself probably takes about 20 hours. If you go through, look for as much as you can, trying to complete all the little side missions, do everything that you can. Once you're done with that, my personal opinion is this: that's where the problem starts. They have expeditions, and basically those are missions you can run over and over again to try to get better and better loot. And the expedition start at 1 difficulty, go up to 15, and you end up hopefully getting some decent rolls and getting decent legendary gear for the different builds you're going to do. So if you're the kind of person that does not mind running the same missions over and over again on varying difficulties, you're not going to mind playing this game. We went through games like Destiny and played the same strikes, the same everything over and over and over again. That's become part of looter shooter gameplay. You're going to play the same thing over and over again. Now, a lot of people, once they finish the story, they're not going to want to go through and do this. So you have to ask yourself, is it worth 20 hours of gameplay for a AAA title cost? It depends. The other thing that we have to look at is multiplayer. Now, there continues to be issues with multiplayer, as we see up here, where the game allows you to try to join. And this is where I usually have problems. And we'll talk about the flip sides of the multiplayer. If you're trying to join, I still to this day have issues where It'll take forever. It'll say a game comes available. Then it'll give the little icon flipping instead of the screen with the three dots saying it's loading. And it'll kick you right back. And you'll get in this vicious loop where you keep trying to get in, you keep getting that thing flipping, and you never get into a game. Now, the other thing that you can have is you may get in. You'll get the loading screen, you may get in, and you see the other two players, but you can't move. And sometimes if you wait, it'll let you in. Other times, you have to shut the game down in order to get back in. So it's really luck of the draw whether you're going to get into a multiplayer game. Now, where I've had the most success playing with other players is either playing with friends, where I really haven't had any trouble with that, or if I leave myself set to open rather than closed or friends only. And I've had people come in when I'm running missions and been very successful getting through that way. So if you don't have a lot of friends to play with, you may want to just leave your game open so that people can pop in, run that mission with you. Then they're going to get out. I've had times where for like an hour or two, I've had randoms pop in, and we keep going through where I'm in the storyline, keep doing that, keep doing side missions, and it works beautifully. And I've even added some people as friends doing that, and they'll pop in and play with me now. It's just when you're trying to join other games that it appears to be problematic. And I've seen when some have joined where you switch from one scene to another, you'll see the nameplate above where they are, and it says loading. And sometimes they never make it back in. So they get stuck in that stupid loop that you get in when you try to join someone else's game. It doesn't affect your gameplay, except for the fact that difficulty ramps up when you have more people in your group. So it'll be more difficult because it thinks there are 3 players in, but there really aren't, because that guy's perpetually loading. And unless they reboot, they're going to be stuck in there for a while. So that's the glitch with multiplayer. Now, the real question you need to ask yourself is it worth the price of admission? Now, I'm not paying for the game, technically. I'm playing on Xbox using Game Pass, and it's included with the Game Pass. So at that price, considering I get a lot of games every month for the $14.99, I can play it on PC. Well, I can't play that on PC without buying it, but I can play Game Pass games on PC, on my Xbox. Yeah, considering it's technically free, it's worth it. At $60, I don't know. You really have to ask yourself, do you want to play another looter shooter where you've got short storyline and continual missions that you play over and over and over, just hunting for loot? Now, I will admit, I'm the kind of player, I've already gotten 2 characters, a pyromancer and a technomancer, to level 30. Now I'm working on the other 2 classes. I will play through all the classes, then I'll probably move on once I've gotten those leveled up, if I decide I don't feel like running missions over and over. But if you have friends that enjoy playing with you, and it's a game that you guys will just keep playing over and over, trying to level up, trying to find that loot, yeah, it's worth it. The thing is, it's really going to be dependent on your gameplay style, how tolerant you are of playing the same missions over and over, even at increased difficulty, and how long term do you really think you're going to be playing that. So right now, I can't say it's 100% worth it. Not for me. At the price of admission of the Game Pass, hell yeah, download it for free, play it. When you're done, offload it, say the hell with it. For $60, I question whether it's worth it. But that's a decision you have to make. This is my personal opinion, so take it for what it's worth. Anyway, that's it for our first quick review. We'll be doing these periodically as we either pick up new games or decide to play some older games and see if they're still worth playing. So remember to like and subscribe down below. subscribe so you get notifications when we put more videos up. Also, so you're notified when we are live. This is our live streaming channel here on YouTube. So if you want to watch us play live, chat with us, everything else, hit that subscribe button and we will see you later. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have an awesome day and we'll catch you next time.